And we're back. We're live. We're here at podcast. We have Jeff, aka JHARDYFAN54. It is a throwback of all throwbacks. And yeah.
Jeff, how's it going? It's been a while.
It's been way too long, Pico. I haven't talked to anybody on Skype in a few years. So once I heard someone mention my name, I'm like, wow, did that bring memories? And let me tell you, I missed it. I miss talking to everyone on Skype. It's been way too long for me. Way too long for me.
Well, the last time that you were on Skype, and here's the hard-hitting questions we're starting off with right away. The last time you were on Skype, you were a Mets fan. Jeff, how all of a sudden did you become a Yankees fan when you've been a Mets fan for everybody knows you as amazing Met whatever? Miguel was shocked. Breach was shocked. I mean, What is the deal with the Yankees?
I don't even watch baseball. I know him. I've heard Jeff trashing
David Wright, the David Wright PC.
I'm going to explain it all.
Here we go.
Pico, before I kill you, something told me that was going to be the very first question you asked me. But I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
We first started Skype, well, mainly when I was in middle school. I've been a Yankee fan my whole life. I have pictures of me at Yankee Stadium when I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up until about, give or take, 6th grade. My whole family is Yankee fans. We all bleed the pinstripes. What happened was there was this kid I used to go to school with. You guys could look him up, too. I could give two fucks. I guess I'm assuming I could curse, too. It's okay. We're not gonna get you. Okay, cool. There's a kid, Tony DeGennaro, who didn't have much friends. And I was his only friend. And I feel bad for people. I feel bad that, some people don't have friends, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So he asked me, hey, Jeff, can you be a Met fan with me? Well, my heart, it told me, don't do it. But my head said, yes. Usually it's vice versa. I felt bad. I said, sure, you got it. So we went through middle school. I was a Met fan with him because, he had no friends, and I felt bad. I used to sit with him at lunch so he wouldn't sit alone. And, we went to high school together. So it lasted through high school. And we were friends after high school. And then he moved away. I was like, okay, I don't got to play this shit no more. I hate the Mets. I never liked going to Shea Stadium.
Hold on.
Wait, no, let him go.
Truthfully, my dad even says, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I feel bad for him. This is when I was in 6th grade. I said, I feel bad for him. And even through high school, my dad says, you got to stop this shit off. Like, you're going to piss your uncles off. I'm like, well, you feel bad for people. So I told him I'll be his friend. I'll be a Mets fan with him. Even though I really didn't like the Mets all that much. I really didn't. Every time I was home with my brother, we'd watch the Yankee game. From 2008, Jabba Chamberlain, Phil Hughes, Shelley Duncan. I'm just naming Yankees like I watched it. Bernie Williams, all those guys.
Collection. This guy influenced you so much to watch the Mets. You turn babyface. Second he leaves, you turn heel, and you're like, I'm done with the Mets.
Essentially, yes. I pulled the Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. I threw him through a window. And I decided to go solo.
You changed your sports life for this one guy.
Like, it's not just
you never just like enjoy the Mets. You publicize.
No, I really didn't. I hated it with the passion. Even when they went to the World Series, then this is the funny shit. My girlfriend's a Mets fan, so I had to play a little bit off. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna tell him I'm a Mets fan so I can get her number because, you gotta play the card game. Sometimes you gotta. Not in a bad way, but weasel your way in. And I told her I was a Mets fan. Then I told her I was a Yankee fan. And she said, so you lied to me. I'm like, essentially, if you look at it like that, yes, I did.
No, you didn't just lie to her. You lied to every single person that you ever talked to, watched the video of, subscribed to. I've seen you
post, batting,
you went to Citi Field. You went to Citi Field.
Well, the only reason why I went to Citi Field is, one, I did not want to go to the Bronx by myself. That's a red flag right there. 2, Met tickets were like $10 to sit in the outfield. And let me tell you, why do you think I was wearing other team stuff? I was wearing Giants shirts. I was wearing National shirts. I was wearing every Cubs stuff. I was wearing every other team but the Mets when I went to Citi Field.
Well,
I still do.
Ball hawking.
Well, that's a main part of it, but I never. Even when the Mets went to the World Series, I was like, "Oh my god, this team is gonna suck." And what do you know? They lost.
Okay, now my follow up question with that is, what do you say right now to probably Miguel who's listening, Breach who's listening,
I love
Breach
him. I love
anybody
him.
else?
I love him, but I fucking hate the Mets. The worst fucking team, a garbage organization.
I mean,
I,
here's
I,
the thing.
I mean,
You know, we're gonna have like a thing where Breach and Miguel are probably gonna want to like talk to you now.
you know what's, I don't know.
You're gonna get a tweet. You're gonna get a
to
tweet
Miguel
or a
like
text.
once. I talk to Miguel once a year. I miss him. I miss Miguel. I miss talking to everybody on Skype. I miss even the days. Well, what was it? I think it was Miguel or Breach put JHARDYFAN54 because I had a Giant sweater that I got from some baseball store. I got a Giant sweater, and
But like, hold on.
Breach put at JHARDYFAN54 on Twitter, and I'm like, it was some random guy he just freaking mentioned. I was like, oh wow, this guy's gonna say, who the hell is Stevie Breach?
Did Tony whatever his name was, like, did he like know that you made YouTube videos?
No, I was very private about that.
Then why didn't you just become a Yankee? Like, why didn't you just say, like, why didn't you make your accounts like Yankee related if you didn't tell anybody about like
Well,
the?
I had told one person, and that person became a kind of a snitch or a rat. So I'm like, this kid's gonna open his mouth. So I kept it a little private. So I had to put everything I had was Mets. Let me tell you, I wasted so much money on that crappy David Wright collection. I sold that like after I stopped cards. I sold that stuff a week after, and I made money on it. Thank God. Because his stuff went down the drain. You can buy his autographs like $15 now. So, I mean, now I have an Aaron Judge PC, though that's a little bit more expensive and it's costing a lot now. But
So you're
right now,
back.
What?
You're back into cards. I feel like obviously,
Jeff,
like, everybody knows that you
If
work.
you didn't tell me the 50th time, yes.
Jeff,
I've been
is
in.
the biggest flip flopper for cards. Like one,
Okay, this was gonna come out eventually too.
Jason Morrow.
out.
What's Jason Morrow doing right now?
He's a two-timing good-for-nothing tomato. He's a bum. He doesn't do nothing. I don't even think he's in the NFL no more. And if he ever listens, you're a bum. I wasted like $50 a card on you. Now your cards are worth $287 on eBay. Free shipping. $287 free shipping.
Whose cards are we talking about?
His Jets tight end that got drafted in 2014. I wasted so much money on his cards. I blew them out for like $5 each. I was so pissed. Because he didn't end up doing nothing in the NFL. He went to the Titans, and he swam with the fishes in the NFL. He didn't go nowhere.
Okay,
But
last question on the roast of Jeff. And this is going to be
Jeff. I love it. Okay,
it was literally we literally started this, and it feels like the roast of Jeff. So I might as well end on this question. When you were in line to meet Mick Foley,
did you mention Mick Foley with the floating hand? I swear to Christ, Pico.
Okay, so honestly though, so when you started YouTube, like, did you just see people that were like making videos and you wanted to do it, or like because you like wrestling, or what was the like?
Well, I've been a wrestling fan since '98. I've been watching wrestling since '98 when I was a kid with my cousins. About January. So this is this is a while, the same year as the Attitude Era, but like obviously before it even started. With YouTube and wrestling, Miguel, freaking 88. He put up a video. I forgot what it was, but he was the main reason why I wanted to start doing wrestling videos. And believe it or not, Miguel was the first person. This whole Skype thing started honestly with me and Miguel and Ravi, because when they started, I started. So Miguel was the first person I contacted, and I said, "Hey, do you have Skype?" And then I asked the same thing to Ravi. This is about September of 2009.
Wow.
And Skype. You know what? And look where it went. Let me tell you, we went nights, days without missing one call. For years it happened, and you know what? Of course, everybody moves on. Everybody started. Miguel, he started a family. Salute to him, because he's a great father. And I see pictures on Instagram. He does amazing with his family, amazing. And I have so much respect for him. And everybody, you, Pico, Breach, Luke, Ravi, stories with Ravi could go on for days. Everybody on Skype, we were just a big wrestling family, truthfully. And, we spent so many nights and fun, crazy stuff. The prank calls with Mad Beast and freaking Luke with the sex hotline was hysterical. Who was that? I think someone gave money to Luke and he called it and he was like hobby shop, Mad Beast, all this stuff. And, it started with that. And Miguel influenced me to make videos of wrestling. And then, someone asked me why you come up with JHARDYFAN54. I'm like, well, obviously I'm a fan of Jeff Hardy, and 54 was Cena. I was a Cena fan. But now obviously I can't stand the living sight of him.
Oh, he's
the
a good
wrestling
guy.
ring. I can't.
He didn't turn on you after? Like you don't like Cena now because he's not there anymore?
You know what? Maybe that one day he came out in the chain gang gimmick. What was it? I think it was WrestleMania when he came out with the the Babe Ruth jersey and the Yankee hat with that big
35,
green
I think.
patch. 35. I got hyped. I was like, wow. My childhood came back for like 15 seconds, then it completely went away. But Miguel and Ravi were a big influence for me for the wrestling videos.
So, like, you go on YouTube. What'd you do? Like, how'd you find the YWC? Do you remember that?
Well, to be honest, Miguel, me, Ravi, and whoever else was starting at the time, because everybody else didn't come till about after 2009, like maybe January of 09 or late, not January 09, December 09 into 2010. It was before this whole YWC thing where you had cliques. Like everybody referred to us as this clique, this Sky clique.
No,
they had. It was like, what do you mean?
I'm saying like, when did you discover people made YouTube like talk about wrestling on YouTube?
Oh, probably the beginning of September of that year of 2009. And the first video, because I was looking up unboxings. I wanted to buy a wrestling belt off WWE shop. So I would look up unboxings. And Miguel's video when he did the shaving cream trick was the very first wrestling related video. And everybody knows Miguel's the shaving cream guy. So I watched his videos like day in and day out. I was like getting so excited for my belt. And it's funny because, not to say in a bad way, but when I first saw Miguel's video, I thought he was a Chinese guy. I thought he was Asian. Obviously, later did I find out he was Hispanic. So I think I told him that. I'm not really too sure if I did or not. But that was the first video I stumbled upon. And once I got my belt, I did an unboxing. And then I just started pumping up videos. And, then obviously meeting all you guys. I mean, that was really him. And then Ravi's unboxing from WWE shop, too.
What belt was it?
The World Heavyweight.
Okay.
World Heavyweight. And I wanted it because I was a big Batista mark. I was all about Batista, especially back when he was like with Ray in like 05, 06. Then as years went on, he kind of, he wasn't much for me as a fan. I wasn't a fan of him like that.
I remember 2010. I'm starting YouTube. I'm subscribing to everybody. Finally getting to YWC. I stumbled upon JHARDYFAN54. He's talking about how he's missing a WrestleMania Anthology box. For some reason, I have an extra one.
I was going to mention that too.
I DM him. I say, hey, I'll send you this box if you give me a shout out.
Yeah.
The shout outs at the time were very, very good. People would actually subscribe to you from a shout out. So he endorsed me. He's like, then he subscribed, watched some of my videos, and then he was like, hey, subscribe to this guy. He's a good guy, and he bumped up my subscription from like 100 to like 250.
Wow. I remember that. I was actually thinking about, like, I wonder if I could mention this, because I remember you sent me that in the mail. I was like, wow, this is the first time anybody sent me something. Besides, then after you was this guy, Mr. Polo Lifestyle. I remember almost everybody's name. Now, I remember you sent me that, and I said, RKO Infamous NWO. I was like, oh. And then you had that DVD shelf behind you, and then it's like, I said, show your collection, but at the time, I believe your room was small, and you didn't have much space. And you used to wear the sunglasses all the time, too. Like, nobody knew what his face looked like behind those sunglasses.
It was just a gimmick.
It worked. It worked. And then I forgot, you don't have any of your old videos no more, right?
Just random ones. I got DVD collections still up there.
Wow, dude, that was so long ago. And then, like, I remember that. Then who else was it? I think Luke came. Luke was hysterical. He used to do these skits with Chris Hansen from Dateline or Date Night, whatever it was. Oh my god, he was cracking me up all the time. Then Breach with the McGangbang. So much fun. Let me tell you, YouTube was so much fun. I miss it so much.
So
Like,
is 2010 the peak? That's why.
2010 definitely was the peak, because 09 was the very beginning. I remember this other kid, Nicholas Bevian.
So it peaked fast?
It went up quick, because then you had GJ Mix 617. I know there was some heat behind that. I think Breach came along. Luke Edge is the best one. Alex, really cool too. Always, I got that kid in so much trouble. Let me tell you a story. Now we're gonna go to story time.
The egg.
It was Pete remembers apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was one night I think it was a night, or this was like 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was. Because we used to stay up till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, my time. And Alex's sister was dead asleep, and I told him, Alex, you should smash an egg on your sister's head. Now, for whatever reason, God above, I don't know why the hell I told him to do it, but he did it. He
This is
smashed the
TikTok
egg.
Vine era, dude.
Oh, what was I thinking at the time? But he did it. Hey, I was dying. All you hear was a crack of the egg on his sister's head. She was crying. And then his mom comes home and Alex says, I gotta go. I swear to God, I'm like, oh, I feel so bad.
I remember that, like, when that uploaded, I was so confused. But I don't, like, I think he mentioned, like, that he was on Skype, and at that time is when I realized, like, oh wait, like, there's other people that do this, like, you know.
Yeah, dude. And then I told him to throw his sister's art supplies down the stairs, and all you hear is bang, bang, bang. It's like,
oh my God.
And all her markers and pencils just flew down the stairs. I'm like, I think I'm not going to tell this kid to do anything no more, because he's going to do it and get in trouble, and we don't need that. But that was a funny story. And then what else? We used to have DVD nights. I remember Miguel went to Target or Walmart. This is like 1 o'clock in the morning my time, to get the Elimination Chamber DVD to watch it. I think it was sold out too or whatever. So some of us actually had to go get the paper, because this is when everybody was collecting DVDs. Everybody had every DVD. Go Hastings, Wrestle Center. Shout out to Stevie Breach, the man himself. And let me tell you, we used to fight for cats and dogs on Go Hastings, but we used to have to grab the actual pay-per-view to watch that match, and everybody had to be given the same time, so we all were on the same timeline for that one match. But man, wow, we did a lot of fun stuff on Skype, let me tell you. And then who else came along? We had some people for like a brief moment. I remember we used to call R-Truth's mom, and
oh jeez, that was my era. That was when
that was
Dr. Perfection, and that was Tommy and Michael Linder and Britain.
Britain with the Nuggets when he robbed McDonald's.
Oh jeez.
I don't know if Britain's gonna listen to this, but
he might. I'll tell him to.
The Nugget story. And then
we gotta
something about someone made him feel bad. I would say it's Miguel, but someone made him feel bad. Go back to McDonald's and pay for it, and say that he felt bad. He stole it, or whatever it was.
Dude,
but that's one thing I remember.
Back at that time, I roasted him so many times for those, like in videos too. Like I would film a video and I'd be like show McDonald's, and like as we're like at McDonald's, I would buy nuggets just to make a joke about it. Looking back on that, I feel so bad. Like it's like what the heck?
I mean, look at it like this. We've been doing this whole Skype call thing for 11 years.
Oh,
I've known you guys I've known you guys for almost 10 years. A decade.
Wait until we get Burton on to talk about Uncle Burton.
You
guys have no idea.
There's a lot of history, but you know what? It all fell apart because at one point we were not missing a night on Skype talking, and next it just ended like that.
It fell apart. It's just everybody got older, and
it was it's like one by one people fell by the wayside, and then
because at one point it was just me, Ross. Gold Standard 000, who is a very good friend of mine. I still talk to him until this day. I get him to buy so many boxes of baseball. He actually got a Albert Pujols and Cal Ripken Jr. autograph in one box. I was very upset because I wanted to buy that box.
What a box that was.
2004 SPX. I used to open that as a kid a lot.
That's crazy.
And when I saw him open it, I threw my phone because I was so mad because I wanted to buy it. But I said, no, I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it. I'll let Ross. Of course. I said, you know what? I'll let Ross buy it. And I see that. I got so pissed. I was like, motherfucker, that could have been mine.
So,
I was going to say, what was your, like, I knew you were like a big collector, but you're always a card guy. What made you start being a card guy?
To be honest, I was on YouTube prior to the whole wrestling YWC. I've been making sports cards videos since 2007, the very beginning of 07. And I think I have one video up still on my old channel called Baseball Breaks. It's I think it's a for sale video. I had so many cards from like that time, that 07, 08 period. But I've been making YouTube videos for a long time, and nobody was making wrestling card videos. So not to, blow my own horn, but I consider myself the pioneer of wrestling cards on YouTube because there was not one video, no matter what you typed in at that time, nobody was opening wrestling cards.
Especially it's great too, like, because you watch those and you got like, oh, it's like you get like to like live through opening cards without buying cards.
Exactly. And you know what? I was making box breaks for baseball and football all the time and basketball prior to making wrestling videos. And, I said, why not do wrestling? Because I love wrestling cards. They were fun. I think the first box I opened was 2009 Topps WWE, and I pulled a Judgment Day jumbo matte relic auto of Rey Mysterio.
Wow.
Where it was Edge. Or I think it was Rey or Edge, one of them, because it was Rey, Edge, and Christian. And then, boom, I started putting more videos and more boxes of wrestling. I was doing Heritage boxes, Heritage 4 back in like 08, 09. I was doing so many different ones, and I said, screw it. And now I look at wrestling, and everybody does wrestling cards on YouTube. Lorenzo Brothers blew that up. Lorenzo Brothers, Alex and Matt, they took that and went straight to the moon. Wrestling cards is so big now on YouTube. I didn't think it would ever get that big, honestly. I never thought it would get that big on YouTube. And it's awesome to see because...
Did you get into Undisputed?
You know what? I at that time, I was not making wrestling videos no more. I did buy it personally, and I opened it up by myself. I did horrible because those boxes are expensive. Let me tell you, you get asked out for $250, $200. You will not make a dime. The best card I really pulled was a Shawn Michaels autograph out of 50 from 2015 to 2017 when I was opening Undisputed. That was the best card I got. So, and then I think about 2 years ago, I spent about $2,000 in WWE boxes.
What?
I bought about
What?
Did you buy a case?
No, I bought just a variety of all different years from 2005 to 2000.
You were going down. I know what happened. You went down nostalgia lane, and then it started.
Oh.
That's what
and you know
Justin's
what's
doing
crazy?
right now.
When I got all those boxes in, and I had them piled up, and I had a case of 2018 Topps Road to WrestleMania, I looked at it. I'm like, I just spent $2,000 on wrestling boxes.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I just do?
Going down that lane right now, buying old Undertaker figures and like just elite.
I saw that. I saw you're into the whole opening the figures. Kind of hurt a little bit because it's maybe hurt Ravi too because I know he doesn't open his figures. And let me tell you, Ravi,
it's for display. Like it's just I have a desk and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna open these things. I sold literally like a third of my collection, so I'm just buying random stuff.
And you know what's funny with the whole figure thing? Ravi and Legend Killer 61. What was it? Legend Killer 410. There we go. Legend Killer 410. Legendary Assault. Man, let me tell you, those guys got me so broke because I was buying wrestling figures. They influenced me to buy wrestling figures. I skipped school one day to go to the mall to buy the first line of Mattel figures when they first came out.
Seriously.
Now, I sold all my figures. I do not collect wrestling figures no more, but every store I went to, I bought every single classic superstar. I made sure at one point I had almost 300 figures in my collection. Wow. I did the same thing Ravi did. I put the classic superstars all along the wall, circling the room and everything. And There was a lot of influences when it came to the collecting part. Miguel influenced me to get a belt. Ravi with the figures, everybody with the DVDs, really, because all of us collecting the DVDs. That was the biggest thing. Every Tuesday, you had a DVD.
I remember like watching people's videos and like it's like, oh, Breach has an unboxing. You see something like you wouldn't even think about buying it. Then you see someone unbox it, like I kind of like,
and then you want it.
Maybe I need it.
You want it.
Like it's Breach, like so bad. It's so toxic. Like, but it's like it was like so addictive.
Jeff, those Series 1 Mattels are probably worth like so much now.
Nah, they're actually not. Believe it or not, maybe one or two of them. I'm telling you,
the basic or like the elites.
The basic. The elites are on a whole nother level. Those are like 200, 150. You can't even touch it within a 10-foot pole to spend that much.
You all just bought up all those Walmart elites that used to be like $10, $15.
Oh yeah.
I was still obsessed with Jax. I still love Jax. Mattel is horrible quality. Doesn't even look like a wrestling figure, honestly. Like, detail is okay. But when you compare a Jax figure to a Mattel figure, you know the difference between a wrestling figure and a figure from a 99-cent store. You get what I'm saying? It's two different sports, two different planets. I'm always a Jax guy. I will always be a Jax guy. Now, Mattel's boxes look a lot better, though. I will say that. They do a great job with the boxes, like, the packaging. But, I remember Breach would do so many unboxings from Go Hastings, then everybody jumped on Go Hastings.
Oh, yeah.
Buying the DVDs. I had a shitty phone, and I was trying to order through Go Hastings line, but it would never work. I had to wait for it to get home. They had like WrestleMania 17 for $15, and at one point that DVD was $50. Now, because of the network, all the DVDs dropped, and I don't think anybody collects DVDs no more. Nor do I think they make it no more. Not too sure.
No, they're coming back. Very few between.
DVDs are coming back?
I think so.
I think in like 5 to 10 years, DVDs, people are gonna want to get that nostalgia feel and want to collect again.
I mean, with the wrestling DVDs, I remember WWE Shop was blowing them out at like $2.30 at one point. I bought like 30 DVDs because I needed the documentaries, I needed the pay-per-views I was missing, and boy, oh boy, was that a lot of money put down too. But you know what the biggest thing was with YouTube, YWC, and all of us on Skype, and whoever else we were forgetting? The biggest thing was the fucking Undertaker plaques. So many people got pissed that it never shipped. So many people got screwed. I sold one of mine to Breach. Now it's like those plaques.
Oh, he's got 3.
Yeah, well, he had, what was it, WrestleMania 28, I think it was? He has like 3 or 29. One of them.
No, it's 27. He bought
27. Wow, I was off.
I guarantee money after that last dance, the last ride documentary, those things are going to go up in value.
Probably. There's one plaque, I had a Jericho plaque, and it was low numbered. The only way you knew it was low numbered because he wrote, probably the opposite. When he wrote 10, the year on it, that means you got a low number plaque, obviously. And the ones that were high number, he didn't write the year on it. So that was kind of cool. And then the Undertaker Triple H plaque from 25, I regret not buying. I wish I had it. I think you were going to
Sean Taker from 25?
No. Just Triple H.
Oh, okay. I sold it to.
You were going to sell me yours.
Yeah, I sold it to like 150.
Oh, motherfucker! I would have bought it for that much. But there was so many things, and the unboxings really took. The unboxings on YouTube went nuts, and I don't know if you guys remember Ali Easy 25.
No.
Chris Bay, he's on TNA now. He used to. I remember him too. He was one of the. He used to have. Everybody had a belt show. There was this kid Arowana 865, Ali Easy 25. They used to have belt shows. Or they used to put belts in the title of their shows on YouTube. And now Chris Bay is on TNA, and he used to make skateboarding videos. He had like 10 replica belts. How he got it? Jesus, I don't know. I didn't even have that much money to buy it. But let me tell you, there was a lot of cool things on YouTube when it came to the wrestling community. And
I was gonna say, you other than Aaron Judge, what are you collecting now? Like in cards, outside of cards?
So no more. What's his face from the guy from the Colts that retired?
Andrew
Oh,
Luck.
Andrew
No.
Luck.
Let me tell you about that. I made out
Yes.
like a man because when I pulled that card, if you guys remember that video, I freaked out.
Yeah.
And I sold that card for $800. Now you can get that card for $60. So one of my best investments in my life, I can say that. But
The fact that you were buying boxes just for that card and pulled that card out is astonishing to me. Because
me too, because I bought boxes for years to pull players and I never did.
It's like you like threw it out in the air and it came back to you for once. Because you were like, I swear you hit it like in the third box. I'm like, how?
Yeah, it was. I think it was the third box. Yeah, because I've been buying baseball cards since around the same time I've been watching wrestling, maybe before, about 97. And I've been buying Upper Deck products from 2003 to about 2009. So that's 16 years. No, it's 6 years of buying Upper Deck products to get a Derek Jeter autograph. I spent tens of thousands, still never got it. I bought one single. I said, okay, now I'm happy. I actually finally have one. But besides Aaron Judge, Ken Griffey Jr., I collect his stuff now. And
so you saw off the video and you almost like shot yourself.
I was very frustrated. That was a horrible thing. Because I told my brother to buy it too. He says, no, I don't want to buy it. And I looked at him like, you stupid fuck. Why didn't you buy the box? We could have got this. It could have been ours. But no. But I said, you know what? Ross is good. He's awesome with his box breaks. I binge watched them the other day, all of them. They were hysterical. But outside of cards, right now I collect Funko Pops. I am a huge Funko Pop collector. Off and on, I was collecting them. I went through some financial struggles. After I left YouTube and I stopped talking to everybody, believe it or not, I kind of went downhill in my personal life. Like, I don't mind saying it because, sometimes what you say might actually help somebody out. I had a bad gambling problem, a very, very bad gambling problem, which you, Justin, and Pico, I believe you guys know about because I mentioned it before a few years ago. And I had a very bad gambling problem, and I was doing really bad in life after I stopped talking to you guys. Because I think you guys, when I would talk to you guys like help me get away from the real world and real world problems, which I think is why we all talk to each other too, to then and be there for each other's friends and family, whatever we want to refer to each other as. But I was doing bad and I got into a lot of credit card debt. I think about $115,000 in credit card debt.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot of money. And I wasn't working and I didn't have money. And now, some odd years later, I am very well secure financially. I have completely stopped gambling in general, lotto, gambling, sports, all that stuff. I completely stopped. And I haven't done it in about 5-6 months. And it's been the greatest thing I've ever done to my life. And now, I'm so much better. Let me tell you, I changed my ways. I looked at the light and I just quit all the bad habits. Now I collect Funko Pops. And let me tell you, it's a lot of fun.
So that's I feel like all of us have that addiction where once you jump into things, we jump in too hard, too fast.
Yeah.
So like right now I'm into like this Undertaker thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's good that you're like buying pops at $10 probably or 10 to 20 or whatever it is.
It would take. I'm a huge fan of The Office, so that one kind of hit my wallet a little bit.
You're telling me.
I think the most expensive one pop I bought, I spent $50 on a Dwight Schrute pop.
Oh, well, hold on. No. Continue on that. I want to know about that because I got the Office ones. I'm worried. What?
Let me tell you, if you have a gym, 3-hole punch gym from the Funko shop, it's hitting $200, and that is actually the last one I need. That is the last one I need. But,
so that's your grail?
That, when I buy it, that will be my grail. I'm kind of skeptical because I'm not. I'll tell you this though, for the most part, financially, I am better budget-wise. I'm not careless spending no more. I'm more on top of myself. If anything, we can just say more mature financially. Now, I was collecting Funko Pops off and on. I would have a collection, sell it because I needed to pay the bills. I needed to make money. I would get back into it, sell it again. Instead of doing what I needed to do with my money, I was doing what I shouldn't have done. And once I took care of all my problems and my bills and my debts and everything, I wiped it out completely. I'm officially debt free. And I'm throwing this out there to anybody out there who's listening, whether you're a wrestling fan and you find this or you just find this upon yourself. if you have a bad habit, gambling, anything like that, you can definitely overcome it, because I have. From spending $1,500 a week on gambling,
Wow.
being
Dang.
in debt over $115,000, being negative $1,000 in the bank, I have overcome every one of them. And I am a better place mentally, physically, in every way, shape, and form. Anybody out there, you can do it. Don't give up. Don't let that shit take your life over.
I think that's where we're gonna end on that, because that was I didn't see that going down that road. So Jeff, I mean, thanks for inspiring us.
I got one last question for the collection.
I mean, can we talk more? Because I'm having fun with this. We go 2 parts.
Yeah. I want to know how much Funkos you have, dude.
I have exactly 56 Funkos since I started collecting back.
I was expecting 100 to 200, knowing you, Jeff. So 50 isn't that bad.
Let me check mine.
You know what it is? At one point, I was just buying Funko Pops for the hell of it, prior. But now I'm buying what I like. And if I had to mention my one grail, it'd be my Ken Griffey Jr. Safeco Field exclusive pop, which is almost $200. And I'll tell you that much, it's going to the grave with me. It is going to the grave with me, because Ken Griffey Jr. is one of my heroes growing up.
Here's my Funko Pop story. I got as a gift a Funko Pop, the CM Punk Hot Topic, pink trunks.
No.
I gifted it to my good old friend Pinko over here.
Oh my god.
For all those times. So Mike has the grail of all grails for Funko Pops.
Pico, do you have it still in box? Is the question.
Oh, dude, I keep the only one that I've taken out of the box is the giant Porg and the Target exclusive Porg, because I had that one in my car. But all the other ones.
Do you know that CM Punk is like $200, right?
Oh yeah, it's sitting right there. It's sitting on.
Oh my god, dude! I want a picture of that after we get off.
You know what's a joke? I used to snap Mike that Funko Pop like once a week. Be like, it's just here sitting collecting dust.
And you know what, Jeff? I've met CM Punk twice since I've gotten that pop, and everybody was like, "Oh, why don't you get that sign?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like that's like writing your name. Like that's like someone writing their name on like $100 bill."
It is. It really is. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, because I at my job, before I lost it due to this whole coronavirus, I met Fernando Tatis Jr. at my job, and he signed a $20 bill for me, because I had nothing else to get signed. So I said,
"That's crazy.
Screw it! I just got paid. I'm gonna get it signed." And yeah, the next day I didn't have lunch money, because I don't like to use my debit card or credit card. So
did you get a credit $20 bill?
Not yet, because of what's going on. You know, a lot of authentication companies are not coming to public stores to do authentications. So now we gotta wait. But I want to go back to the YouTube, because I know I got off track a little bit. But the YouTube, let me tell you, the whole thing with this whole YWC thing. I remember at one point there was this I don't know if you guys remember this kid who was a scotch and a half. It's CJ Productions.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you, you know what?
Uh-oh.
Call this a shoot.
Uh-oh.
That's this part. Put part 2 as a shoot. This kid, CJ Productions, was
part.
such a one part. Screw it. Fuck it. Make it like 2 hours long. I don't care. I'll listen to it still. This kid, CJ Productions, and his friend who used to say, "Fuck you." I don't forget anything. Let me tell you, I don't forget nothing. That kid, those two, I couldn't take them. I'm so happy. Because when they used to get a call, I used to tell Pico or somebody else, "Is he in the call? Don't add me. I don't want to get added if this kid's in there." Because those Skype calls, let me tell you, horrible with that kid. Some funny stories. I'm gonna go past. I hope you guys don't mind me going on with the whole YWC.
That's fine. That's the whole point of this. Honestly, this podcast turned into a throwback of the YWC 10 years ago.
I mean, technically, we're all originals, right? I know Ravi, if he's listening to this.
But Jeff, when I joined, everyone used to talk about how 2007 were the days, and like YouTube YWC is dying out, and I'm like, it seems fine to me.
Oh, now it's dead. I think it died out completely.
I texted good friend It's CJ Productions, said, "What's your thoughts on JHARDYFAN54?" He responded with "the greatest ever." So I hope that makes you feel bad. But anyway, continue.
Fuck you! Did you really do that?
I did.
Oh god, dude! Because I'm not gonna lie, he used to get on my nerves because he was obviously young. I don't know what the hell happened to him now. I'm surprised you even told him. But at the time, at the time, if we were to go back to 2010, 11, whatever year it was, he was a scutch. He was a pain in the ass. Now, hey, maybe he's a good guy now. I don't know.
He's a good guy. In law
I
school.
remember if Ravi's watching this,
Well, maybe
I
not
apologize.
If Ravi's listening to this far, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Me too. Unless we just like say, "Hey, Ravi, fast forward to this part." But I apologize to him. I want to make a public apology to Ravi too, because years ago, I was a very mean, nasty person to him for whatever reason. I used to say, Ravi, I used to go off saying I'll beat the fuck out of him, all this fucking shit. And then, like, later on, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? And now it's like, I apologize to him so many times. And I guess he said it was okay, or whatever. But now it's like, Ravi, hey, public apology, my brother. I'm so sorry for saying that shit when I was younger. That shit's so retarded. I fucking look at it now. But,
I don't think Ravi will care.
No. I'm just throwing all this old school YouTube stuff. Actually, he makes fun of me because him, Miguel, everybody.
Ravi still has your lips as his Skype profile.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I fucking knew I was gonna mention that. He just every time I put a picture of myself on Instagram, he puts, "Look at those schmuckaroos" in caps. And my girlfriend's like, "Who the hell is that?" I'm like, "That's my friend Ravi. He lives in Canada. He makes fun of my giant lips all the time for whatever reason. He does it, but it's funny. It's okay. It's cool."
10 years later, and it's still the same picture, never changed. He said he had to make a new. He said he went on a job interview and forgot about the picture. I think
he went up. Wait, how did he go on a job interview?
Like a Skype interview.
Oh no, he didn't. Oh my god, I hope he got the job though. Well, I mean, I don't know if he did with that picture, but dude, let me tell you, for years, the whole Skype and breach. I remember we used to have fights with each other too. It's funny because we had arguments where there would be 2 Skype calls, and we did a lot of dumb shit to each other on Skype, especially with Gemini. I think, what did we do? Someone mooned Gemini. Someone went on the Skype video call and opened their ass cheeks to Gemini, and he was so pissed. Oh my god, it's getting really bad at this point, but it was a lot of fun. There was like, the unboxings. Everybody was doing WWE shop unboxings, Go Hastings unboxings, card videos, and I remember there was some group of people that from the UK and Ireland. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those. I don't know if it was Sean Blackafer. That guy looks like a total fucking retard. I'm sorry. If anybody gets offended,
You know
I'm sorry.
He listens to this.
He listens
Oh,
to
he
these.
does?
Yeah.
Fuck. Let me tell you. I don't know if it was
also
him.
wouldn't use that word, but yeah.
I don't know if it was him or somebody else. I'm calling it a shoot. I'm throwing it out there. I don't know if it was him or somebody else. With a lot of people from the UK and Ireland that was fucking with Ravi. And fucking with everybody, hacking people's accounts and all this shit and saying all these videos and threats and shit. Do me a favor. And that was one part of YouTube I wish that never happened. Let me tell you, that was some fucked up shit a lot of people did back then. And I'm bringing back a shit ton of memories that people probably forgot about. I don't know. But there was that guy. It was some kid that looked like he was sick in the hospital with some disease that wore a Yankee hat. Some kid from Ireland. Look, you want to smack the fuck out of him. I swear to Christ. I'm just throwing it out there. There was a lot of bad people on YouTube in the YWC that started shit with people for no reason.
Let's talk about Spinnernet for a second.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
My God. His whole car thing with the scam, when he scammed people out of the money to fix their car, but he really blew his money on something else. I don't know.
Like, look at fast forward to now, and everybody's doing that.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
they're panhandlers now. Whatever happened to Spinnernet?
I don't know.
I know Wrestling Jesus still makes videos. Alrighty then. I remember that guy. Oh, who's the one that hated Gemini? I think it was Iceman. There's that old guy. He's probably like 92 right now. Remember the Iceman?
No, I remember that stuff happening right after I started.
I know someone was messing with Gemini too. That was another thing. They got him fired from his job, which is the most fucked up thing you could do. But I remember there was a guy, Iceman. There was a lot of bad people. Like, I don't mean to bring negative stuff on, but I'm going throwbacks right now. I'm throwing everything out there.
Right here. This is a shoot.
You know what? People hate me. I don't care. I call it like it is. I say everything. I don't have a filter no more. you hold things back. I mean, what's the point of bottling it up? It's better to let everything out. Yeah, you might hurt some people, but hey, that's what life is. Things
Now,
happen
Fine,
in
dude.
life.
Fine, it's
think,
fine, Jeff.
know?
There's no YouTube. You don't have a YouTube channel for them to cancel you, so it's fine.
I told him.
I do have a YouTube channel. I just don't make videos no more. I got incredibly lazy with
So
it.
no one
I had
can,
to
no one
edit.
can, it's fine. We don't get enough viewers for that, anyways.
Well, I told Jeff, because Jeff asked what can he not say, and I said you can say anything, just don't cancel yourself. So I think we're beyond that point.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, I've done a lot of I had to do a lot of fucked up things to make money. Like I was working for guys that I had to go pick up money for doing stuff.
We're doing things.
What?
That we're doing things and stuff. We don't have to be specific.
Yeah.
We'll just say if you guys watch a lot of movies, a lot of that stuff is real. So I'm just saying. But we'll leave it at that.
I texted Ravi and I said Jeff is making a public apology to you on our podcast right now. 45 minutes in.
You throw me under the bus, Pete.
He said why? He said why? LOL. I said for all the stuff he said back in the day, he's going on a rant like no other. LOL. And he said LOL in all caps. So.
Oh my god, dude.
Ravi's probably at work, just like what?
Yeah, like what's happening?
Dude, I remember when he used to go on Skype with us back when he used to work at his parents' pizza place. Yeah. I think some girl only gave him a $2 tip in the middle of a snowstorm or something like that. And we used to Skype him like during work and stuff because he said he was bored. He wasn't doing anything. So I think it was me and somebody else. We used to Skype. I was
supposed to go to that pizza place when I went to Canada during WrestleMania weekend this year.
What was it? Pizza?
Pizza.
Yeah,
pizza.
Oh, dude, that reminds me of all the shows. Remember the vlogs everybody used to do, like the WrestleManias. Then, what I think it was, Justin. I don't know if it was before or during when you came on to YouTube and Skype with Billy Paz 1 when you guys all went to
Billy Pazone.
I went to 30 with them. That was 27 with them. You're talking about?
Yeah, 27. Wow. Dude, all those, so many funny stories. When I think Luke.
It's okay. Here's a debate. Here's a debate you could answer because this is a very common question I ask people. Who influenced more people to go to WrestleMania, Ravi or Breach?
Dun, dun, dun.
Honestly, with the whole brew package, it had to be Breach.
So Breach's video, indirectly or directly, made more people go to WrestleMania.
Directly, like he was showing everybody the vlogs. Because Breach was actually one of the main people that put up the videos right away from the trips to WrestleMania and SummerSlam back when it was in LA. People used to look at that and it's like everybody got influenced to all go together and all go to Access and do all that stuff. I mean, I don't know how it is now with Access and
it's not fun,
whatnot, but it's definitely everybody had their thing that they influenced somebody. Miguel had the belts because in the beginning when he put his first video, it was huge. Then Breach with the vlogs to WrestleMania and going to Access and going to all the pay-per-views and events and whatnot. Ravi with the figures. Definitely Ravi with the figures because, like I said, he got so many people into it. Like, you don't know the little things you do will push tens and thousands of people. Because just imagine how many people Ravi and what was his name? What was Legend Killer's name?
Stevie Breach.
No, what was I forgot Legend Killer's name.
But, Luke?
No.
Oh, Legend Killer. My bad.
Whatever it is, I forgot. But just imagine they push wrestling figures on YouTube to a whole nother level. Breach put the group events to a whole nother level on top of the unboxing because I think Breach still does unboxing still this day.
I'd even go as far as to say, like for me personally, Luke inspired me to make more scripted videos, and you inspired me to buy cards. So
and you know what? I feel bad because I got a lot of people to waste a lot of money because they bought so many cards.
All that 2014 Topps Chrome.
Oh my God, you guys in 2014, Mike was never on cards. All of a sudden, one day he's like, "I bought a pack." I'm like, "Oh no, not you."
Yeah.
Oh my God, the cards.
Do you got any 2012 Prism?
I wish. That box is hitting $1,200, $1,300.
That's
And
nuts.
I showed you. You showed me a picture that you could have bought it at Walmart for like $5.
Oh, the
All that
basketball,
thing's
yeah.
that thing's like $50-$80 now. It's
No,
crazy.
I'm saying about 2012 football Prism.
Oh, football prism.
That's going nuts.
You know what? Since Andrew Luck retired, his autographs completely collapsed horribly. I mean, now you can pick up, like I said, an autograph of him for like $30.
But no,
Who
like
would
the
have
Tom
thought?
Brady base card is going for like hundreds of dollars from 2012
Is it
Prism because it
really?
was the first year. So if you have any 2012
Wow.
Prism football, like, you know,
I did, but I threw them all out.
dude.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Last question. You go back
All
to
right.
2010 and you're
2010.
collecting everything. What do you regret collecting all that stuff? And what would you just wish you collected from then to now and never sold and kept?
Ooh, what do I regret collecting from 2010? Man, it's kind of hard because I never really regret collecting anything because I had all the classic superstars, the DVDs, the books. If I had to regret one, I would say probably the Attitude Era figures because that was just a waste because even now they're like $5 a piece.
Yeah.
And I bought a lot of them, like the Raw, not the Raw, the Heat ones, the WWF Heat ones, what was it, SummerSlam '99 figures, all those like still I guess rubber
Clunky
figures
boxes with the crappy figures.
with the weirdest weapons, like that stuff probably.
What do you
Maybe
wish?
magazines, maybe
Oh, the mag.
magazines too.
How about okay? So if you're collecting in 2010, what do you wish you kept collecting till now?
Oh, 100% for investment financial reasons. Probably the WWE Mattel Elites. The
Mm-hmm.
Elites 100% because I had them. I was buying the Miz, John Morrison. I had the Jericho one.
Do you have the
What
DX?
was it? The DX Elite one. I think I did because it was a WWE shop exclusive, right?
Oh, that 2009 one, the Raw and SmackDown one.
I think so. I don't recall. I had
Oh.
the classic Superstars DX one, but I know the DX 2-pack for Elite was a WWE shop exclusive. I had it and I sold it for $30.
Yeah,
When I
there's a SmackDown 09 one with DX in it, and it's worth like 200.
oh boy, man, if I
And then
still
those
had that
DX
stuff.
ones worth for like 150, and the Hornswoggle one even goes for a lot. I remember that being at
Oh,
Walmart.
the Hornswoggle, yeah, that Elite with the DX attire is expensive as hell. But it would definitely be the Elites because holy crap, I'd be sitting on a decent amount of money right now.
You
But
literally could join one Facebook group, like the Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins Facebook group, and post that,
oh
and it
god,
would be sold in like 24 hours. People just
let
eat
me
that
tell
up.
you, I watch their wrestling figure videos. They go to a lot of stores that I did, Wrestling Universe and Francis Lewis Boulevard in Queens. You got some what was it, Time Warp Comics and Collectibles over in Long Island in Hewlett. But you know what though, I did make a mistake because I wish I never sold my replica belts because after 2011, when oddly enough, right after I graduated high school, I stopped watching wrestling. I stopped collecting everything wrestling. I just completely ignored wrestling. I sold my whole collection on eBay for like about $7,000.
Jeez.
Now I bought baseball cards with that money, and obviously, as Justin said, I flip flop a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I regret selling my replica belts if I had to just throw it out there, because holy crap, let me tell you, the undisputed deluxe belt, deluxe version from Wrestling Superstore, they're impossible to find now.
Those are
All
rare.
those
Any
you can't
real
find them.
WWF belts are so rare because there's so many replicas now. Like if you have the legit,
Yeah,
they're actually worth a lot.
the deluxe
Like
and ultra deluxe ones, you can't find it. I'm just gonna throw one last story. About 2012, 13, I said, you know what, I want to buy a replica belt again. So I found one on Craigslist, a WWF Attitude one, but deluxe. And I had it for a little bit, and I sold it for about $300. Now it's about $1,800. So I'm like, wow, of course it would go up. It would go up. But that Attitude belt, Miguel influenced me to get the Undisputed, the Heavyweight, and the Attitude Era belt, WWF one. But you know, let me tell you, I miss this whole thing with the YWC You know, though there were some bad times and stupid things that were going on, but it was sure as hell fun every night. And man, I miss making wrestling videos under that name. I don't even know if I could ever find those old videos. If anybody even has them. I remember doing contests too. WWE Legend 619, Ravi, and who else? I don't remember. I think you did one too, Justin, actually.
I did.
I think so.
If you did a
Collection
contest, I
video.
probably joined because I wanted to get subs so bad when I first started.
Yeah, dude.
But there we
Those
go.
were fun times, fun times. Wish I could go back.
Pretty
And
much
on
it.
that note,
On that note,
Wow.
Jeff, that was fun. You definitely have to come back on and
definitely.
talk more.
Absolutely,
And,
guys. Maybe make it a regular thing. I don't know. I can shoot the shit, say whatever, dude, and bring anything you want to know about the YWC back in the days or memories. I will remember everything.
And there we go. You're